Welcome to one comp help video. In this video we'll be looking into the HTML codes, and what we'll be looking at is codes that make certain objects look the way they look. For instance, the font tags. If you want a bold on your text, you add the B tag before the text you want to put the bold onto, and then end it where you want to end the bold. So what it should look like is this, with a nice bold. And italics is pretty much the same thing, except for you just put an I and it'll have italics. Underline, same thing. You just add the U tag and then the U tag, you'll get underline. Now for body tags, this will add objects to your page. So if you want an ordered list, you have to start off with OL for ordered list, and then the next line you want to put LI, and then type whatever you want to type. If you're doing a grocery list or something, you need to put whatever you want to get the store, put it in there, and you end it. I forgot to end that, but you end that, it will say okay, and then when you do it again, it will add a second item to your list, and you just keep repeating for how many numbers you want to do, and then you end it with an OL tag. And for tables, it looks difficult, but it's not. The first tag is table, and you can add some sophisticated dimensions you want. Like if you want the width to be 200, you type width equals open parenthesis 200 and close parenthesis. And if you want a border like this around it, you could type 1, or if you don't want a border, you type 0. And to add items into the first row, you start off with TR, and then you type TD, and then whatever you want to type inside of it. For instance, I put 1. You can end it with a TD, so it closes that box so you don't have other things going in there. You repeat for how many columns you want. You close the TR, you open it again to make a new row, and you repeat whatever you want to have in there, and then you close it, and basically I made 3 rows, so I just repeated itself. And then you end it with the table tag. And to add images onto your website, you add the tag img space src equals open parenthesis, and then you have to get the destination of the image. For instance, if you see, here's the file that all the code for the site is inside of. It's inside of this file, and since it is in the same directory, so they're in the same folder that's on my desktop. Let's say, for instance, if you had a folder called images right here, and if it was inside the image, you have to change one thing, and that one thing would be to type the word images and then a / saying that it is inside of the folder called images, and then you give it the file name, and the file name for me is channelicon.jpg. You add that in, and then you can give it dimensions, you can give it a width and a height, pretty much the same thing for the table. And if you want to have a horizontal rule to separate blocks of text, if you want, you can add width and height tags to the inside of where the HR is, and that will give you a horizontal rule across the whole page. Or you can add a width. So if I go into my file, right click, and I'll open it with Notepad, and I'll go down to my HR tag, it's right here, and if I go into here and I say add a width of say 50 pixels, so that equals open parenthesis, and then add how big you want it, so 50 pixels, and then you end it with the closing quotation mark. And yeah, and I'll just save that and I'll refresh, and it should be 50 pixels like I just mentioned. So I'm just going to type width equals 50 and hit OK. And that's the code that I used to make that work. HR width equals 50, and it made it 50 pixels. Thank you for watching my video. Oh yeah, there's a little more. And to put your codes into your HTML website, this is you can open up Notepad. Open up Notepad, and you insert this code, and what this says is, if you're making an HTML website, it starts off with HTML, saying, oh, inside your browser, say, oh, this is HTML. Use these. It'll recognize the codes, so it doesn't mess up like what it's actually doing. Inside the head tag, you can add a title or an icon. Like, I don't have one, so it's just a blank image. You can add a head icon, but I didn't want to. And you end the head tag, and then you start a body tag, and everything inside the body tag, for instance the image tags would go into here, or whatever codes were on this, you can insert inside the body tag, and that basically designs your website. So I put in this website I built, told my codes that are showing you, I used a table, so I'd put this table, all this, inside of inside the body tag, since it's going to be inside the body itself. So this is my video of HTML, basic HTML. Thank you for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Okay, peace.